फ्यामिलीमा चाहिँ जोडिन सक्नुहुन्छ यहाँहरू.
Ball in that Nepal half, really, maybe on just 2 occasions. Here's Nepal once again. Shouts for handball, but he's cleared away once more by Sri Lanka. They might be 2 goals up, but Anil Tamang Lama, the Nepal coach, still on the touchline, asking his players to be merciless in this encounter. Still shouting instructions, asking his players to play. Maybe this must be signal to India as well, if they are to make it to the final, that is Nepal. Maybe it must be a signal to India saying, maybe we did beat you once, maybe with performances like this we could beat you twice. Here is Nepal once again, feeds it into a player in white, but as we've said so many times here, there's another cross played into the box, dangerous looking one. It has been all Nepal here in the Colombo Racecourse grounds.
We can already see some Sri Lankan players warming up on the touch lines, which is not really shown on the camera, but from Combox here. Once again, Sri Lanka looking sloppy to get out of their lines. Here we go. A foul going towards Sri Lanka. Mohammad Bufas, the player who was fouled.
Yeah, the referee Alamgir just telling Nepal players to calm down, and there is no reason that they wouldn't be calm, because their team is in a 2-goal lead. Last thing you would want is for any of these players to miss a potential final and a chance to get back.
Vidushigan's ball. Now with Nepal trying to go on account of their own here. Nice passing from Nepal, motoring through the right hand side, but the ball really taking it away from the ongoing winger, and it will be a goal kick.
Well, it's been a one-sided game, of course, but take nothing away from Nepal, who have been doing a splendid job on the back of a win against the mighty India, and showing why they can be potential winners in this match. They've shown class and pizzazz in their play, with their passing, their shooting, the manner of which the goals were scored as well, especially that second goal.
It will be a drop ball. Abdullah's pass to Royson Bright. This time on the ball is Royson again. Now ball with Unesh, the goal scorer. Going forward now is Lachu. Lachu trying to find a long range effort once more, just scraping the top of the goal post here.
You might have taken some paint along with it, that ball. Almost finding their way into that third goal, Nepal.
Very, very sloppy sometimes.
Well, what Sri Lanka need here is someone who can control the midfield and get some tempo into their game, because it seems like the opening 30 minutes of this game has been very one-sided because of that midfield battle. It has been Prashant Laksam and Lachu Thappa. Here is another chance for Nepal, and it's a goal for Nepal. He has fizzed that into the net. Subhash Bam, beg your pardon. Take a bow, son. Wonderful technique. Nepal 3, Sri Lanka 0.
Once again, all I see is the left back of Sri Lanka on that instance had to make sure the cross doesn't come in. At any cost, he had to make sure the cross doesn't come in, but he almost easily lets the cross come in, and Subhash, even in front of the two centre backs, Subhash really taking the shot. Both centre backs not really coming and closing down. These are small things that Sri Lanka can change to be better in defence. Because when you know that a guy really is getting ready to shoot in front of your box, you close in.
Yeah, textbook stuff, Jana, really. And Nepal at this point must be thinking it's practice matches here. Maybe a practice game for the final. Do not write Sri Lanka off. Sri Lanka, a nation of comebacks, but can their under-17 national football team try and carve their way into this? One goal could do in this first half, but if one goal goes to the blue side, then it could spell the end of this tournament run. As we see here on screen, substitution coming on. Looks like it's number 20, Mohammad Sadir, will be coming on for the Sri Lankan Lion Cubs. Sri Lanka not finding that final pass.
Now going forward for Nepal, Prashant finding Unesh. Unesh's pass not really getting through to the teammate. Unesh once more on the ball. Now through the right side, Unesh once more trying to get on the ball here. Atif Ahmed's pass to Yasir. Vitushigan through ball. Ball with Nepal now. Nice passing here from Nepal. Lachu's back pass to Semantha. Another pass from Lachu here. Lachu really given a free role. Seems like he's playing in left back, midfield, almost everywhere. A player who has been given the freedom to get into places, and there goes the change coming in. Vitushikan out, and in goes number 20 of Sri Lanka, Mohammad Sadir.
Yeah, the coach Aruna Sampath signaling that he really needs an injection of enthusiasm and motivation into this squad. So he's brought on Mohammad Sadish, looks to, beg your pardon, Mohammad Sadir, who looks to be taking a midfield role here.
I'm pretty sure it was Vitushikan who was playing on that left back role. So it was almost a weakened position. Most of Nepal's attack has been coming through that channel. So he is being substituted out. Maybe some other player replaces him, and Sadir takes the midfield position here.
Yeah, but like you said, Jana, the sweeper is still present there. Looks like number 2, that's Mohammad Abdullah. He's the sweeper, has taken on that sweeper role, and he's been doing quite well, but it also comes with its risk. Like you said, Nepal can evade that offside trap and try and score another goal through a through ball or similar ball to that.
Yeah, rightly told, Kavinka. That's what is the threat easily he can be almost 1-on-1 versus 2 or 1 versus 3 if the Nepalese defense really break through the initial front.
Nepal playing some beautiful football here. There's Prasanth Laksam going for kick, but be kicking himself to some extent, but not too hard because Nepal are in the lead 3-0 quite comfortably, and he also contributed to one of those goals.
I think they can afford to take those chances now, Nepal, especially in the driving seat. They
Definitely.
can try anything as they want.
Definitely, Jana.
And doing some keepy uppies there. Number 20 of Sri Lanka. Sadir, I should say, Mohammad Sadir, who just made his way in. Long ball once again, kept out. Now in goes Nishant. Nishant's through ball trying to find Subhash, but Mohammad Riaz comes out and does the job here for Sri Lanka. Already 3 goals down, a very, very uphill task. Sadir once more on the ball. Foul here by Harish of Nepal.
Well, we are 9 minutes away from halftime, and halftime could not come sooner for Sri Lanka. They have a chance to regroup now, courtesy of a free kick on the halfway line. Have to make something tick, otherwise it'll look like a really one-sided game, as it wasn't already. Nepal, Prasanth Laksam trying to counter, and a loose ball is played through. Nepal is through. Keeper comes out. Nepal, can they finish this? And it's a wonderfully driven goal. Keeper in no man's land. And it's number 11, Niraj. Niraj, of course, one of the goal scorers in the previous game. Some lovely skill there, and a wonderful finish to evade 3 players. And there's no wonder that Nepali players are in dreamland right now, and they could be heading towards the summit of the final, Jana.
Yes, rightly told. It is almost no way back for Sri Lanka. 4 goals within the first half. But there was a game in the recently concluded 4 Nations tournament which was held in Sri Lanka, where Bangladesh scored 4. Sri Lanka was 4-0. Then Wasim Rasik scoring 4 goals. So on Sri Lankan soil, Sri Lanka coming back has happened. 4 goals have been scored again, but that is a senior team.
Yeah, Sri Lanka have to summon a Wasim Rasik over here. With those kinds of balls, it doesn't look like they can. But summoning a Wasim Rasik in this squad. Go ahead, one of you 11 in white. Go ahead and do it. Prove all of us wrong.
Mohammad Sadir. Sarath Kumar. Oh, through ball here, but the flag goes up.
Well, maybe to the delight of the Sri Lankan fans, that would have offered a glimpse of hope. Here's a wonderfully threaded ball into the path of Harish. Gets in the cross. Number 12, another shot on target, but it's a tame effort. Easy pickings for Mohammad Rihas, who has been tested so many times in this tournament and in this game. Here is Nepal once again. They get a corner out of it.
What's really shocking here is the way Nepal getting into those areas behind either of the flanks, because Sri Lankan left back and right back really for some reason letting those wingers to get behind them, and all they had to do is put some crosses in.
Here's another attempt by Nepal.
Not done here. Nepal once more, cross coming in, but this time not really accurate enough. So as I was talking about, these two fullbacks coming forward, they aren't even coming forward, but for some reason, because of that sweeper, these two players for Nepal really using those area behind, and the left and the right winger getting into those areas, putting those nice juicy crosses. All the striker have to do is to finish it off. So that is how the game plan is for Nepal. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka trying to come forward, but Hoyt above the goal post.
That's a good sign. The first real attack by the Sri Lankan outfit. Chances like that are few and far in between, and you have to take those chances, especially if you haven't worked the Nepali keeper Krishal Mokhtan, who of course hasn't had much to do in this game as compared to his previous game, which was against